Ciao ragazzi, ciao a tutti. Scusate ritardo perché avevamo un po' di problemi tecnici e per questo spero che tutti mi sentono bene e mi vedono bene, sia a me sia a Salvatore. Comunque se avete i problemi scriveteci sul chat qui. Allora, oggi parleremo con Salvatore Genovesi di Anglia Ruskin. Parleremo della situazione attuale e poi anche sarà il tempo per rispondere alle vostre domande. Allora, prima facciamo la presentazione e poi risponderemo a tutte le vostre domande. Allora aspettate con le domande fino alla fine della presentazione. Io non mi sono presentata per chi non mi conosce, mi chiamo Evelina. Lavoro con ELAB come consulente dell'educazione all'estero. E infatti vedo un po' di nomi che comunque conosco. Chi ha fatto l'application con me mi conosce. Volevo solo darvi un po' il consiglio, comunque se vedete questo quadrettino dove vedete me, dovete spostarlo a destra per vedere meglio la presentazione durante il webinar. Va bene, penso che possiamo iniziare. Benvenuto Salvatore.
Grazie,
Passo
Evelina.
la parola a te.
Ok, grazie Evelina. Ciao a tutti, sì, come Evelina ha detto sono Salvatore dell'Università dell'Anglia Ruskin. Oggi ho preparato una presentazione breve con tutte le informazioni su cosa succederà a settembre per quanto riguarda le lezioni e altre informazioni per tutti gli studenti che vogliono iniziare a settembre. La presentazione è in inglese, però come Evelina ha detto potete fare le domande alla fine anche in italiano e posso rispondere in italiano. Va bene? Allora, prima di tutto, sì, per iniziare, settembre 2020 intake. What I can confirm is that we're going ahead as normal for teaching. It will be face-to-face teaching, taking into consideration social distancing and also using online technologies. But also we give the option to students that they don't feel confident to come to travel because of what is happening with coronavirus. We give the option for students to do the teaching online. However, as I said, we're going to be ready for face-to-face teaching. So what that will involve will be smaller classrooms. It will be some of the big lectures where there is a possibility to do online teaching. So, classes where you have 300 students, they will be able to do them online. And any classes where you have to use the labs, we will be using the lab, so it will be face-to-face. However, there will be social distancing, so they will be respecting the 2 meters distance, one student from the other. Therefore, the classrooms will be smaller, so that you might be doing, and still to confirm, you might be doing a big block hours of teaching 1 or 2 days a week. Okay. So the important part to know is that we're just planning to go ahead with the September intake. But we do give the option to students to choose if they want to come or if they want to do everything online for the first trimester. So for the September to December period, you can do the online, and after, from your second trimester, start face-to-face. But our main target is to do face-to-face, just to be clear on that. So obviously you might have this information already from Evelina or other advisors from ELAB. So, about your application, some of you might have received a conditional offer. Some of you might have received an unconditional offer, and you have the UCAS deadline to accept your offer, which has been extended. So don't worry too much if you still haven't accepted or not, but it's good to kind of accept your offer whenever you are quite confident you want to come. It won't cost you anything, if after in the summer you change your mind, hopefully you won't, that you want to maybe defer your studies, you still are able to do it. The idea is that we will try to be flexible with all our applicants. We take into consideration that in many countries, not all exams, not all students were able to take all their exams. So we are going to take that into consideration when we assess each application. And also take into consideration you might not be able to do the English tests. We do accept several online English tests, such as the ones you can see on the presentation. So Duolingo is very popular, it's an online test and it's quite short test, but we also accept other ones like Language Cert, TOEFL at Home, Lingua Skills, and the other ones that you can see online. You might have heard that we also have our internal English tests, ELPT, that we run with ELAB. So that's also a possibility for you to take it. Just get in touch with your advisor from ELAB and we'll see if we can arrange that. Okay? Okay. So once you have accepted your offer and you have your unconditional offer, that means you have met all the conditions for Anglia Ruskin, and you're ready to come to be a student with the university. What you will need to take into consideration, the first step will be to be a fully registered student, is to do your online registration. You will receive information about online registration towards the end of the summer, around August time, where the university will send you an email with your login details, basically how to do the online registration with your username and password that you can change once you have registered the first time, okay? And that will be the first part of you becoming a registered student with Anglia Ruskin. The second part, as you can see there, is the on-campus registration that happens during orientation week, which we will talk about it in the next couple of slides. So the on-campus registration, basically will finalize your registration, and you will need to basically go and get your Anglia Ruskin student card, student ID card, which will complete your registration. You will be fully registered student with Anglia Ruskin, okay? To be able to do the second part of your registration, getting your student ID card, you will need to have confirmed the fees. You will need to have confirmed that you have arrived on campus, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, as I said, confirm about the student fees. So what is important about, student loan, what is happening, the Brexit issue, that it was very popular before COVID, before coronavirus, now it's gone quiet. The good news for all of you that are going to start in September is there are no changes for tuition fees, no changes for your student loan. Probably you might have heard this already from your advisors at ELAB. I can confirm that whoever starts in September, they are still eligible to apply for student finance if you haven't done it already. And if you start in September 2020, you will be eligible for student finance for the duration of your studies. So whatever happens in 2021, because you started before the transition period ends, you will be eligible for student finance. Talking about transition period, you might have heard or you might haven't. So basically the UK officially is out of the EU. However, there is the transition period where basically nothing changes until the end of this year, until the end of 31st of December 2020. After that time, we still don't know what will happen for whoever comes after December 2020. But if you start in September, that won't affect you. So what you will need to do when you arrive in September, you will need to apply for something called settle or pre-settled status. So this is for all EU nationals that they arrive before the transition period ends. And it's basically to confirm your status as it would have been if the UK haven't been out of the European Union. Basically, you will have exactly the same rights as you will have had before the UK came out. So still eligible to work, still eligible to get student finance and everything else that you can do now before the UK leaves the EU. This is something I've done myself. I'm a EU citizen myself, and I've done that. And I can tell you from my own experience, it's a very easy process. It takes about 15 minutes to complete that. You're doing it online. There is an app you have to download on your phone. And on that app, you just need to scan your passport, take a copy of your passport, just give some information. And as I said, in 15 minutes, you should be able to complete. We do offer support with this application. So in case of some of you arrives and you're not sure how to do it, or sometimes there might be somebody who has an older version of iPhone or older version of Android phone, we have a phone in the office, and we will be able to help you to do this application. So don't worry. First of all, it's not a complicated process at all. And second, we can help you. And the important part is free. So you don't need to pay anything for that. So you can be assured that there's no extra cost. Okay? Accommodation, yes. So obviously another important part of student life is accommodation, to book your accommodation. So there is the link there for the accommodation. Again, obviously, your advisor from ELAB, they can advise you and help you with the application. So to be able to apply for accommodation, I would say it's quite straightforward again. You will need to have accepted your offer. It can be conditional or unconditional, doesn't matter, but it needs to be firmly accepted before you can apply for accommodation, okay? So once you have accepted your offer, you can just go on the website, log in. You will need to use your own personal email to log in for accommodation and start looking for the rooms you like. So obviously, the availability changes on a daily basis, so make sure to apply as early as you can to get the accommodation that you want, okay? So we do have accommodation that is managed by the university, but also accommodation that is in the private residence halls or even share houses. You don't need to pay any deposit for any ARU managed accommodation, but you will need to pay what we call it £300 advance rent. That basically this amount will come off the payments for your rent when you start paying. And you will be paying in 3 installments, first one in October, second one in January, third one in April. Again, here I have some links for the accommodation in our campus in Cambridge or the accommodation in our campus in Chelmsford. There's a rough guidance on the price there. This is mainly for on-suite accommodation on campus or in private residence hall, or we have slightly cheaper, about £100 if you go for share houses, or we do have some rooms where you can even share. That's very, very few rooms, so that's the price a bit lower than what you see on the presentation. All the accommodation will have a shared kitchen, usually it's between 6 and 8 students. And if you get the accommodation in non-en-suite room, you will be sharing about the bathroom between 6 and 8 students. You will have 24-hour security. There will be a residential assistant, which is basically can be current students that will be in the accommodation block to be able to help you in case of an emergency, in case something is not working in your accommodation block. You are responsible for the cleaning of your room. However, cleaning provided in communal areas 3 times a week. Okay, so that's the kitchen or any communal areas. We will be doing the cleaning. As well as any repairs needed. Again, the university will be providing that. The accommodation, the majority of the accommodation, I will say, they do include in their price all the bills, so gas, electricity, Wi-Fi access, and possession insurance. So you don't need to worry about paying anything extra for your accommodation. Okay? So as you remember, I mentioned at the beginning about the international orientation. And this is a very good program, I believe, for your transition period where you arrive in the UK, when you arrive to Anglia Ruskin to study. And it's good because, first of all, it's a free program. Second, we do offer free airport pickup from Heathrow Airport, from a designated airport close to London. And that's where usually, for example, national air carriers flying. For example, Alitalia or British Airways, they will be flying to Heathrow. So we have arranged on a specific date for an airport pickup. Will be a bus in the morning and a bus in the afternoon to pick up any students arriving on that day at Heathrow Airport. We have other airports that are much closer to the university, and they have frequent flights from Italy. Stansted Airport is one of them, which is about half an hour from Cambridge, and is a direct train that links the city to Stansted. You just come out the airport, go down, you get the train. In 30 minutes, you are in Cambridge. Because of that, we haven't arranged any airport pickup from Stansted. However, we do offer possibly pickup from Cambridge train station to help students with their suitcases. You just need to inform the student union in advance, that they might be able to have people waiting, a minibus waiting for students to pick up their suitcases. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
During international orientation, so it's the week commencing 7th of September. Okay, so it will be, if I remember well the dates, the airport pickup will be on a Wednesday, 9th of September, and 10, 11 of September is when international orientation takes place. So during this program, you have the big welcome to the university, the explanation of what to expect from the academic system. For those of you that you're not very familiar, more about practical skills, more about doing by learning by doing. Information about, as you can see, health entitlements and working. If you want to have a part-time job to support you with your studies, we will inform you how to do that. We have our own employment office on campus that they will be present, and they can tell you how you can register with them. About health entitlements, how, for example, to register with your local GP, your local doctor, in case of an emergency. You know where to go. Hopefully you will never need it, but it's good to know how to do it. We do have a medical center on campus that students that are staying inside the university are able to register. You also get information on how to open a bank account. So, when you arrive, it will be important to know which banks charge for opening a bank account and which banks they don't, and they offer good bank accounts for students. Information about food and shopping, very, very important. Obviously, the UK is not famous for its cuisine, especially if you come from Italy. However, they will tell you about where to go for shopping, for big supermarkets. In the first week, the student union arranges buses going to the nearest supermarket to help students buy the essential. But also, where you can find even Italian food. Cambridge, there's a big, large Italian community, and there are lots of shops that they sell Italian food, but also shops that are Italian restaurants, proper Italian restaurants, not the big chains that they say they are Italian. So don't worry if you think you're going to miss the food. You will be able to taste the proper Italian food when you arrive. Also, information about the UK culture and customs, what to say, what not to say, what people mean when they say something. So there will be information on that. Finding a part-time job, as I said, also information about sports and social facilities. So you will get the chance to have a campus tour. So we will show you where the library is, where the labs are, and all this information. And also a session about travel and transport. You might come to the UK, Cambridge or Chelmsford, but you might feel you want to travel around the UK. Go to London, for example, is less than an hour by train from Cambridge. It's half an hour from Chelmsford. You want to go to Scotland, you want to go to other cities in the UK, we will give you advice on how to do that. Okay. Following up again, yes, on important parts about coming in September, some information about scholarships that the university offers for September 2020. The most popular one is, I would say, the EU bursary, which is £800 cash in your first year, as long as you accept your offer for Anglia Ruskin before the UCAS deadline. So that's very straight, simple. You don't have to apply for it, we will monitor when you accepted your offer, and if it's before the UCAS deadline, you will receive an email to confirm you've been awarded the scholarship when you arrive. We have other scholarships such as the ARU bursary, which is £300 per year, and that depends on the family income. If it's below £44,000, you will be eligible for that. For those of you that you perform well at school and you have grades about 85 from Maturità, 90, you can apply for the merit scholarship of £1,000. And that's, as I said, you have to apply for it. If you go on their website, you will be able to find the application for it. And finally, the sports scholarship, for those of you that you are more interested in sports, that you are competing at national, international level, you will be able to apply for it, and it goes, depending on what level you compete, it can be 1,400, 1,400, or up to 12,500 per year. Okay? And finally, about sports and societies, because you might know already, coming to study in the UK is not just about going to the classes and learning and by doing and practicing. Is also the whole experience of being part of a community, being part of a student community. So as part of that, the university has lots of societies, over 100, as you can see there. And these societies are, I would say this, you might laugh, but Harry Potter Society. Every university in the UK has a Harry Potter Society. We have the Law Society. We have the Science Society, the Film Society. So you will be able to find out more about the societies during after international orientation. We will have the Freshers Week, where basically you will meet your professors, but also other students. And also you will be able to visit all the societies and find out more what they are about, what you have to do to join. If there isn't any society that you will be interested in, you could create your own society. You just need to have 2-3 members and you can start your own society. We do have our Italian society on campus. And at the end, I will show you a video about all different societies and how we try to promote international student population at our university. We also have different sports clubs. So, from the most popular sports like football, basketball, volleyball, to more like individual sports like tennis, horse riding, swimming, fencing. So there are different types of sports that you can practice when you arrive. And that can be at professional level, at competitive level, or just for leisure, just for fun. You just turn up. There might be other kids, students that just want to, have a kick around. They want to do some shooting for basketball. You just turn up and play just to keep you fit and also socialize. Okay. And as I said, everything happens during Freshers Week. During Freshers Week, it's arranged by the department, by your school, the department, where you get the chance to meet English students, get the chance to meet current students, and also get the chance to meet your professors, your academics. This can include just some sessions in the classroom, like in a big theater hall, but also some academics, what they do, they just take the students, if they are a smaller classroom, down the pub for a drink, just to break the ice and tell them what the academic year will be about. So it's at this informal level that you will be doing the first week, the Freshers Week. Okay. And as I said, I just wanted to show you a video about something that we are very proud at Anglia Ruskin. It's something that we organize every year. It's called Global Week. Basically, during this Global Week, 5 days, where students from different countries, they have their own stall, they have their own booth, and they promote their own culture, they promote their own food, they promote their own dance. So we have over 180 different nationalities studying with us. Not everybody participates, but we have good number of students from different nationalities. Some of them, they go really to the extra extra mile where they do organizing, for example, fashion shows with traditional dresses from their own country, mainly Indian students. They have done this, traditional dances, traditional food, traditional drinks, traditional games. So it's just a really good way of travel around the world, but still being on campus. So I will show you a video. It's about 3.5 minutes of our recent Global Week 2020, where you can just have an idea, and you will notice also that our Italian society participated. Okay, just 1 second. I'll try to share that for you. Okay, yeah. Let's. Oh.
Here, one week every year we come together and celebrate Global Week. It's a huge event. It's amazing. The colors, the food. We embrace each other's culture. We learn new things. It gives us an opportunity to experience the world without leaving.
Every day there is some different stalls, different countries, and you get to learn a lot about different countries.
Global Week has been wonderful. We've had a dance and we've had various cultural activities.
On the table I've got a Korean game, which is to play each other's sports.
Guess the prize of a beer in Czech Republic. And we also represented Czech Republic history.
We had nice cards showing different places to visit in Jordan, asking the students if they want them named in Arabic on the back of the card, to keep it as a gift.
We have put on songs, we are serving food, and then we are dancing, and there are so many people showing up.
Use Chinese traditional pen to write Chinese traditional characters.
It's a fun and week. They supposed to go to get to take pictures, you get to get hair done, you get to have lots of free food.
They made torrijas, which is a famous dessert in Spain.
So we bring some food, we bring some sweets, some cheese and such.
Luxio and Thai milk tea.
We got lasagna, tiramisu, pandoro, parmigiana, a lot of Italian stuff.
We have lots of food from Turkey and flags and videos and pictures.
I felt proud to speak about my country, about the cultures that we have.
Socializing and getting involved with other people that you never knew, and they come and talk to you. It's amazing.
Looking at all the food and the people, the attires, it's very wonderful. It makes me feel as if I'm at home.
It kind of feels like a party, but it's just really nice to see people celebrating their culture and bringing pieces of it here.
I think today is the most happiest day for me in RU. We have lots of food and try to make new friends. We meet a lot of people.
University life is always better when you have friends, and this is one of the greatest opportunities to meet new people.
I've met a lot of Spanish speakers today. That made me happy because I miss Spanish so much.
I feel we are like a family. Every people just join each other, speak to each other.
As a part of Global Week, we have an international showcase where the students come together and we showcase their different talents. So we had singing, dancing, fashion shows.
We just performed a song by Elvis Presley. We just wanted to bring everyone together, just feel warm and welcome.
I actually met my greatest friends at Global Week, and it is actually the best thing this university has because all the cultures are together and it's just immense fun.
Being part of Global Week makes me feel really confident about where I'm from. I'm just really excited to be here right now.
If you come here and study here, you have great opportunity to learn a lot about different cultures, and that's very important for someone who wants to, go out and work in different countries. You need to know their cultures.
It's my first time to go abroad, and before I come here, I'm so nervous. But today, I think in my heart, I feel more relaxed after this one.
I got a degree, and at the same time, I got good experience. Presented my country in a Global Week for 5 years.
For me, it's really important because it makes you feel at home, and it's good to share.
Okay, so so that's video. I think some of the points students made there, they are very important. Some of them that said, you're going to study abroad, but it's not just about studying, it's making friends also. Another person who said this helps you to learn more about different cultures, which it will give you an advantage when you go and work. We live in a globalized world. You go to work in America, you go to China. So you already have some experience about local cultures by going to study abroad and meeting people from different countries. So you already have an advantage for your work application when you go to live in another country. So that's what I wanted to show you through this video, that, you know, it's important your studies. Yes, you come into the UK to study because of the UK academic excellence, because of the practical elements, but it's not only that, it's because of the internationalization of universities in the UK, because of the opportunities you will get once you come and study, to meet other people, make new friends, and that will give you the advantage when you go out there to look for your job. That's, I think, very important to say. Just to sum up, what is important again to remember from this presentation is we are open for business as usual for September, for face-to-face, obviously taking into consideration social distancing, and we are flexible with your academic requirements. So don't be stressed, don't be worried. I know it can be a bit stressful period now, what will happen with school or the exams and so on, but we are here to help you. That's very important for you to understand. And that comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for listening. Sorry, I can see some comments there. Maybe you couldn't hear everything on the video, but the important part is also to see the images. So feel free to ask any questions, anche in italiano, if it's better, or try English so you can start practicing your English for when you come and study in the UK. Evelina, I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, infatti volevo solo dire che, ragazzi, adesso siete liberi, è il vostro tempo di chiedere tutto questo che vi turba, oppure se volete sapere qualcosa, sì, siamo adesso per voi a rispondere alle vostre domande, allora non siate timidi, aspettiamo. Vedo che Erminia ha problemi con l'audio.
Forse era il video. Forse il video non si sentiva bene, non lo so.
Comunque, Erminia, tanto non mi senti. Volevo solo dire che tanto fai le domande perché noi salviamo tutto. Ora sento, ok, va bene Erminia.
Ottimo.
Comunque questo pezzo che ti manca, non ti preoccupare perché potrai vedere sulla nostra pagina Facebook e anche su YouTube, il nostro YouTube, tutto il webinar. Allora ragazzi, aspettiamo le domande. Sono molto timidi, nessuno chiede. Salvatore, infatti, hai detto che per prenotare l'accommodation, poi dopo bisogna accettare l'offerta. Allora, in UCAS track si sceglie Firm ed Insurance Choice. E poi se lo studente sceglie Firm Choice Anglia Ruskin come Firm Choice,
sì,
ti arriva la mail con ID Student per prenotare accommodation?
No, basta andare sul sito dell'accommodation e poi usare la tua Student ID per accedere sul sito.
Sì, ma Student ID nel senso UCAS ID.
Potrebbe usare anche l'UCAS ID.
UCAS ID, ok, va bene.
Se avete dei problemi fammi sapere.
Esatto.
Anglia Ruskin ID.
Sì, perché infatti mi ricordo l'anno scorso, non proprio per Anglia Ruskin, ma ogni tanto proprio l'università chiedevano non UCAS ID ma Student ID, che poi l'università mandava la mail con Student ID.
Ok,
ma
fammi sapere.
Comunque infatti siamo noi qui per risolvere. Se uno avrà problemi a prenotare, rivolgetevi a noi e poi risolviamo comunque.
Sì, esatto, così.
Ok, vediamo la prima domanda, forse. Sì. Ok. Ciao Chiara.
Le scholarship, certo. Allora sì, ci sono diversi tipi di scholarship. C'è la prima che si chiama EU Bursary, che sarebbero 800 sterline per il primo anno. Per questa bursary non devi fare l'application, basta accettare l'offerta entro la UCAS deadline. E la deadline assoluta sarebbe il 30 giugno. Basta accettare la tua offerta entro il 30 giugno, oppure entro la data che c'è sulla tua offer letter. Ok?
Esatto.
Poi c'è l'altra di 1000 sterline che sarebbe la Merit Scholarship. Per queste dovresti mandare l'application form e dovresti avere voti alti dalla maturità, un 85-90 se mi ricordo bene.
Mm-hmm. Ok. Prossima domanda. Ok.
Okay, I want to study criminology. How many hours lectures a week I will have? So, criminology, generally speaking, you will have for most of the courses between 13 to 15 hours a week of teaching. Obviously, now with what is happening with coronavirus, even if it's going to be face-to-face, there might be less teaching hours and more online teaching. But the idea is for you to have about 15 hours with academics, with lecturers, and after you have time for independent study. So you will need to do your own research, your own study at home. But usually, if things were normal, it would have been about 15 hours a week teaching in the classroom. So that will include lectures where the lecturer will basically explain the lesson. And after there will be seminars, so like presentations or group work, or even it could be some lab-based work for criminology. For example, you might be doing some role plays in a courtroom, for example, or other types of role plays. So, but all this will be about 15 hours.
Okay. Yeah.
Will I work a lot in a group, Chiara? Okay, so criminology, yes. I mean, it will be some group work, some independent study, and research. So we do push a lot for group work. So you might be working in the presentation as a group. You might be working in a project as a group. And you will be assessed as a group, but also as an individual. So, what was your participation into the group work? So you will be some group work, but also some independent study.
Comunque tutte le facoltà hanno lavori di gruppo, anche infatti per questo le università inglesi sono diversi da questi italiani, perché c'è più lavoro in gruppo, più lavoro indipendente anche, invece di proprio solo studio dai libri. Ok? Ok.
I want to go to your university anyway. I don't care about Corona. Perfect. Even if I have to do one semester from it, I still want to come. So will those hours with those hours, can I work as well? So, I mean, yeah. So basically, if you come to the UK and you still want to work, have a part-time job, yes, you can do that. Most of our students do that. It's not a problem, and we do support students. As I said, we do have our own employment office on campus, and they help you to get a part-time job. So if you really want to come, and you don't worry about Corona, and it's safe to travel, you're allowed to travel, just feel free to come. I think, if you're still okay, just come in September. Don't wait for January. I hope this answers your question.
Mm-hmm. Ok, aspettiamo.
Sì.
Ok.
Okay, Chiara. I have to book my campus after I receive my student ID, right? So yeah, once you have applied for the course, I guess you have done, and you have received an offer, and when you receive the offer, you also have a student ID. So as we said with Evelina, it might be your UCAS ID number, or it might be your Anglia Ruskin ID number. So once you have accepted the offer, this can be your conditional or unconditional offer. Don't worry if it's conditional or unconditional. And once you have accepted the offer, you can apply for your accommodation on campus. If you haven't done already, I would suggest you to do it as early as you can, because students start applying for accommodation, and we don't want you. If you want to get your first choice, it's good to do it as early as possible. So there are some choices. If you want to stay on campus, one of the best choices I would say is Peter Taylor House, which is all en-suite rooms. There are about 300 rooms. There's another one, Swinhoe House, which is not all of them are en-suite. Off campus, there is within walking distance, so it's just opposite the campus. There is Anastasia House. All the rooms are en-suite. And after, we have shared houses just next to the university. And some rooms are en-suite and some rooms are shared bathroom. And after, you have the ones that they are a bit like 15-20 minutes walk from the university.
Sai, Salvatore, infatti ogni tanto ragazzi mi chiedono sì, ma io ce l'ho ancora l'offerta condizionale, e sono un po' ancora spaventati, incerti che ho offerta condizionale, e cosa succede se prenoto il campus e poi dopo l'università non mi dà unconditional offer. Ma tanto...
No, allora in quel caso ti danno il refund, non ti devi preoccupare.
Esatto.
Ecco, allora, per accommodation, se per esempio se voi prenotate accommodation e pagate le 300 sterline, però poi alla fine non avete i voti, anche se non avete i voti, penso ci sarà sempre un'altra opzione, tipo tipo pre-session, ci sarà sempre qualcosa, così potete iniziare a settembre. Però se non potete chiedere il refund, perché alla fine non è colpa vostra che avete prenotato, però i requirements, non siete arrivati ai requirements. Oppure se avete problemi col coronavirus, se cambia tutto, il governo italiano dice no, non si può volare più, non ci sono più i voli per l'Inghilterra, allora potete chiedere il refund, e la stessa cosa se lo fa il governo inglese, ok? Oppure se le cose peggiorano e voi non ve la sentite di venire e c'è l'avviso di non viaggiare sempre, allora di nuovo potete chiedere il refund. Allora non vi preoccupate se cambiate idea, però ovviamente deve essere un motivo
valido.
Bravo, sì, cioè se capita ho cambiato idea perché non lo so, il mio ragazzo o la mia ragazza non vuole che io parti.
Esatto.
Questo non è un motivo valido, però sì, se sono motivi validi, certo che si potrà fare il refund.
Vediamo un commento molto positivo. Ok, di Chiara. Yes, I know. I saw Ludovica. She applied to ELAB last year on her Instagram, so I know almost everything. I love it. Anglia. Ludovica, sì, Ludovica infatti è stata la mia studentessa, diciamo, ho fatto io l'application, sì, si trova bene.
Mi fa piacere, Chiara, mi fa piacere.
E poi una volta infatti lo studente prenota accommodation, gli arriva tutto il contratto alla mail.
Gli arriva un'email che gli dice grazie per l'application, bla bla bla, sì, possiamo accettarti in questa accommodation, devi pagare le 300 sterline entro una certa data. Di solito
esatto.
2 settimane, se mi ricordo bene.
Sì.
E poi quando paghi le 300 sterline ti arriva anche il contratto, quello finale, definitivo.
Finale.
Come?
Questo sì. Finale, sì, dopo.
Sì, esatto. Una domanda, blankets, etc. Ok, sì, allora, so with regards to any bedding in accommodation, there isn't anything available, so you can either bring your own, or what we do arrange for some you can buy when you arrive, or we do arrange for you, as I said in the presentation, you can go to the nearest supermarket and buy your beddings. And that's for obvious reasons. Obviously, we don't want students to use beddings that they've been used already, even though you wash them. It's better each student to have their own bedding. So you can either buy them when you arrive, or at the university, or you can just we can arrange for you to go to the supermarket so you can buy your own. and that's for cutlery, for anything that you will need in your room. In a typical room, you will have your bed, your cupboard, your chair, your desk. These are the main furniture. And deliver from Italy will be possible. Could be possible, yes. I believe it will be possible if you send it to our post room. It will be delivered there, and after you might be able to arrange for them to put in your room, or you can just go and pick up from our post room, which is inside the campus.
Non abbiamo detto forse della cucina, se c'è tutta, se ci sono tutti gli attrezzi, diciamo, della cucina.
No, it's not a stupid question, Chiara, at all, because it's something that, you never think about it, but it's good to know in advance because, you don't know what to expect. So there is nothing available. You will need to bring your pans, pots, glasses, anything you need. You will need to have your own stuff. In the kitchen, you will have the oven to cook. There is a fridge where you're going to have your space. I think, if there are 6 students, there are 2 fridges for 6 students, and you have your own cupboard in the kitchen that you can lock, so it's yours.
Ah, è bello. Infatti è anche logico che bisogna prendere le sue posate, bicchieri, tutto, perché sono le cose, entrano delle cose personali comunque.
Esatto, specialmente adesso con quello che succede con coronavirus.
Esatto, sì. Okay.
If you have friends there, Chiara, if you know Ludovica, you might be able also to stay with her. Some students, what they do, it might be that the first year they stay on campus accommodation, but the second year they might rent themselves a house, which it might be sometimes even work out cheaper because you share everything. Lots of students do that. And Ludovica, your friend Chiara, might have told you, Cambridge as a city is not very big. It's very flat. Everybody is on their bike. So even if you stay a bit outside of the central area, you might be saving some money for the rent, and you can just move on a bike. It will take you 15 minutes on your bike. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't realize you don't know her.
Ok, possiamo comunque se ti rivolgerli a noi, se vuoi chiedere se ci sono studenti di una determinata università, se li conosciamo, se vuoi chiedere qualcosa, sempre chiedete a noi, poi noi vi mettiamo in contatto con questi studenti comunque.
Esatto, sì. Voglio fare così. Altre domande, ragazzi?
Infatti, mi sa che Erminia sta scrivendo, sì. Stanno scrivendo. Infatti poi hai detto che in campus è grande, chi vuole lavorare, perché ovviamente tanti studenti iniziano subito lavoro part-time, ci sono anche le possibilità dentro campus,
esatto,
ristoranti, mense.
Esatto, nella mensa, oppure come accommodation assistant, oppure organizziamo le open day, per esempio, che chiediamo ai nostri studenti di lavorare, di rappresentare l'università e vengono pagati. Oppure li mettiamo in contatto con altri datori di lavoro e possono trovare il lavoro più facile è quello in un ristorante, negli alberghi, e la paga è buona per studenti, specialmente a Cambridge, che Cambridge è una città universitaria, ci sono tanti studenti, allora anche i datori di lavoro sono più flessibili perché lo sanno che i ragazzi cercano un lavoro part-time, loro cercano gente part-time, allora sì, funziona bene per entrambi.
Esatto. Ok, ma apriamo la domanda da parte di Erminia.
Scholarship, yes. Sorry, Erminia, you couldn't listen. Yes, so the scholarships we have. So we have the EU bursary, which is £800 cash in your first year, and that the scholarship is awarded to students who students who have accepted their offer by a certain deadline that is given from...
Abbiamo la slide proprio.
So, ecco, qua c'è scritto tutto. So if you, for example, if you're on your offer letter says you have to accept your offer by a certain deadline. So you accept your offer by that deadline, you will get the £800. The absolute deadline to accept your offer is 30th of June, okay? Another scholarship is the Merit Scholarship, which you can see on the presentation. Kindly, they put it up again. It's £1,000 for achieving equivalent to 3B, which will be about 85-90 from your maturità. And that's a scholarship. You have to apply for it. So you go on our website and you complete the application form. And also the sports scholarship is the one that you have to apply to it. And depends on what level you compete in a specific sport. At the moment, we're giving main focus in volleyball and basketball, but we will consider other sports as well. So if you are competing at national, international level in any of these sports, you can apply for the sports scholarship and you can get from 1,400 up to 12,500 per year.
Ah, poi anche non abbiamo detto della figura di ambasciatore, che anche questo fa parte del lavoro, che i ragazzi che vogliono essere ambasciatori di Anglia Ruskin sono comunque pagati da parte di Anglia Ruskin, o non tutte le università pagano perché...
Alcuni sono pagati, che sì, lo fanno come lavoro, part-time praticamente.
Part-time, sì, ovviamente.
Scrivi dei blog, può essere pagato. Altri lo fanno perché gli piace farlo.
Esatto, interessante questo.
Sì. Quando arrivate durante Orientation Week, sarà spiegato tutto, come funziona tutto, se vuoi fare la student ambassador, un lavoro part-time, come abbiamo detto. Allora ci sono tante opportunità per attività extracurriculum.
Infatti in realtà durante questo Freshers Week, sì, dico bene?
Sì.
Cioè, ci sono così tante informazioni che si può chiedere tutto e sapere tutto, sì.
Esatto, sì, perché voi arrivate, come abbiamo detto, verso il 9 settembre, dovreste arrivare per Orientation,
sì.
Poi la settimana dopo è Freshers Week e la settimana dopo si iniziano le lezioni. Allora avrai una settimana e mezzo per ambientarti all'università.
Sì. Vediamo che
Grazie
Francesca. Ok, siamo rimasti. Ok ragazzi, ultime domande. Sfruttiamo questo momento che abbiamo qui Salvatore che di Anglia Ruskin.
Sì, se avete altre domande ovviamente potete contattare il lab.
Sì,
esatto. Ci vediamo a Cambridge.
Ok, va bene ragazzi. Allora, come ha detto Salvatore, se vi viene in mente qualcos'altro non esitate di contattarci. Sì, ci vediamo a Cambridge. Va bene.
Ok. Ciao a tutti.
Grazie Salvatore.
Ciao, buona serata.
Ciao ragazzi, buona serata.